Liam, you have a 53-man roster prediction. What are you thinking? You have notes, I hear. So take it away.
Maybe. Well, yeah. So I'm gonna go through everybody that I think is gonna be on this team, and then I just want
Okay.
you to tell me whether you disagree or not.
Okay, go for
So,
it.
so starting number one, I think it's obvious. Aaron Rodgers. Yeah. Do you think he's making the team?
Maybe. Yes. Yes. Go on.
Maybe.
Go
Maybe.
on.
Maybe.
Go on. Go on.
So yeah, so I right now have the New York Jets carrying three quarterbacks on this team. I think it's going to be Aaron Rodgers, Zach Wilson, and Tim Boyle. You can make a case that Tim Boyle does not make this team. However, I think he does because the New York Jets are clearly not bringing in a veteran backup quarterback for whatever freaking reason. It's annoying, but yeah. So I have them carrying those three quarterbacks. You think Tim Boyle makes the team this year?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I think he's on the team. Yeah.
Right, so going into the running backs, I have them carrying four running backs: Brees Hall, Dalvin Cook, Michael Carter, and Izzy. Do you think that they're carrying four running backs on the team this year?
Yes. They're not carrying five. I I
No.
I, I refuse to think that.
You think Bam Knight is the odd guy out that will not be making the team this year?
100%. 100%.
Okay. I
Unless
think they're.
um
Oh, go ahead.
unless Izzy's injury, right? Unless injury carries over, then Bam Knight is on the team.
Right, right. Okay. I have them taking one fullback, which is Nick Bawden. You think he makes the team?
Man, I struggle with this one because Kuntz looks like he's on his way out, and Yabo is making a
Yeah.
case for himself. I wouldn't mind moving one of those guys to fullback, but as of right now, I think Bawden stays.
Okay. All right. So we fully agree so far. So with the tight ends, I have them carrying four tight ends on the team. I think it's going to be
Agreed.
Tyler Conklin, CJ Azuma, Jeremy Rucker, and I think it is Kuntz. I really do like Kenny Yeboah.
Kuntz.
It's
Kuntz.
Kuntz.
No,
Kuntz.
it's Kuntz.
I
Gotta
can
stop
read,
that.
okay? I know how to
Uh,
read.
yeah,
It's
I'm a
Kuntz.
fourth grade
I
level.
don't care. You know, whatever. You said that you wouldn't mention the fourth grade level thing, man.
Yeah, well, I don't care.
Whatever. But yeah, no, I really think that they're gonna carry four tight ends. The reason I think that they're gonna keep Kuntz on the team is because he is a rookie. I know that even Aaron Rodgers in his press conference yesterday said that he does look very raw. Still, he has a lot to learn, but I think he has a good size for a tight end. I think that he is somebody that could be a developmental project. I don't think that they want to put him on the practice squad and risk losing him. So I think that they are going to keep him this year. Uh, Kenny Yeboah seems like he does have a strong training camp every year, but just never translate to the actual, uh, making the 53-man roster. He is like a practice squad guy every single year. I don't see that changing. So I think that there is more upside with Zach Kuntz, Kuntz, whatever you want to call him,
Oh my god.
rather than somebody like a Kenny Yeboah.
Hmm. So you are saying Kuntz stays?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I think he stays, but I think Yabo is making a strong case.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. So with the wide receivers, I have them keeping six,
I
and
have them
I'm
keeping five.
okay. All right, so obviously Garrett Wilson, Alan Lazard, Randall Cobb. I have them keeping Brownlee and Gibson. I think that for the longest time, the New York Jets, I think they were always going to keep six, to be completely honest with you. And I think that it was either going to be one or the other. Jason Brownlee has had a really strong training camp, but Gibson is a special teams player. So I think that did add a little bit more upside to him. But like I had said earlier in the broadcast, if you saw it, I didn't want to see Brownlee go away. I didn't want to see him not make the team and then have him go to not only just a division rival, but really any team and just watch him absolutely ball out and think like, that's the guy that got away. Like we could have kept this guy and look at him. He's playing at an elite level. We've seen that multiple times. Undrafted free agents make a strong case and actually make the team. Look at Wayne Corbett. He's probably the most famous in Jet history. Look at Robbie Anderson. He's another good example, although he has kind of fallen off. Chosen Anderson, whatever you want to call him. But yeah, I think that they're going to keep both. So I sense a disagreement coming, Italy Jet. What do you think?
Well, I was thinking Corey Davis. We can't say that
Yeah,
now. I
yeah.
think it's going to be Wilson, Lazard, Hardman, Cobb, and I keep tossing it up to Brownlee and Gibson. I think Gibson makes it over Brownlee. Brownlee had a good camp, but he hasn't produced in the field. On the field, he has not done great. I don't think he's caught somebody, nothing that pops. And training camp things pop. Izzy, great training camp. It produces on the field. Brownlee hasn't had that, and Gibson has. Gibson looks really good with the routes. Gibson looks really good as a punt returner and kick returner, and he can play special teams. I think it's going to be between Brownlee and Gibson. I'm going to choose Gibson over that, unless we make a move, though. If we make another move for a wide receiver, then Gibson's gone. But I really am strong casing Gibson on this one.
Did I say Hardman? I feel like I skipped Hardman.
I don't think you did, but maybe.
Oh well, yeah. Hardman is definitely staying. I don't.
Oh
Maybe I didn't. I got to go back and watch this. This could be a train wreck for all I know. But I think I
yeah.
did say Hardman. But like, there's almost a part of me. I don't have him making the team, but I wouldn't be surprised if he does. There's almost a part of me that says maybe Malik Taylor makes the team. I mean, he has the
I could see
connection with
that.
Aaron Rodgers.
I could see that.
So
Yeah.
right now, I don't have him making the team, but I wouldn't be surprised if he does take either Brownlee or Gibson's spot. I think Gibson's like almost a lock, though, to be completely honest. But you
Okay.
never know.
You never know.
As of right now, I don't have him making the team, but like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if he does. With the offensive line, I have them keeping. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 offensive linemen they're going to be keeping.
Wow.
Obviously, yeah, I think they're doing it. Dwayne Brown, Laken Tomlinson, Connor McGovern, AVT, Mekhi Becton, Tipman, Billy Turner, and Max Mitchell.
Billy Turner and Max Mitchell. Oh,
I
you
think
think
if anything, they need the depth. It's not great depth, but I think they do need it.
it's not great depth, but it's depth. I think Sanat and Herman's is gone, but I think Warren will be on the pup list. I think they're going to redshirt Warren. I really think that's going to happen.
Oh, I forgot Carter Warren. I have him actually at 53, but I forgot to pencil him in with the other ones. So I have Carter Warren making the team actually. He's actually number 53.
Oh, okay.
So I have him making the team. I'm glad you mentioned that because I would have completely forgotten until I got to 53 and be like,
It's
oh
all
yeah,
good.
by the way, another line. So I had
It's
them
all
keeping
good.
9 offensive line.
9. Okay. All right. All right. Moving on to defense. What do you got?
Yeah. So with the defensive line, this is where it gets juicy. I have them keeping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, getting into it, I think Quinnen Williams, obviously, JFM, Jefferson, Jermaine Johnson, Will McDonald, Al Woods, Bryce Huff, Michael Clemens, and Carl Lawson. I don't think any of those guys are on the bubble. What do you think?
I would make a case for Solomon Thomas, but that's it. I really do like Tanzel Smart, but yeah, I think they like Solomon Thomas's leadership. It's like Michael Carter with his leadership, and it's like Corey Davis with his leadership in the wide receiver room. The Jets value those type of guys with the leadership role. So that's the only reason why I could see Thomas staying. And also he is jacked as fuck this year.
Yeah,
So
he is.
yeah. So
Yeah, he
yeah.
definitely is.
All right. All right. Moving on to linebackers. What do
Well,
you got?
before we move on from the defensive line, it was a little strange how much they featured Tencel Smart on Hard Knocks yesterday. No, it was like kind of like weird.
It was weird, but I'm not shocked. They gotta show somebody. They show Cap a lot because of his his music and then the rookie thing. So
You mean Eminem?
I wasn't a
Not
fan
so,
of it. I was
not
not a
so Slim
fan.
Shady.
I was not a fan of the entire thing when it came to him um
Doing the
doing his song.
freestyle.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that, but you know what? If it makes everybody else happy and everyone's vibing and it's all good stuff, hey, whatever makes them happy. And also, I think it does deserve a Hall of Fame Hard Knocks moment. I do think it does
Yeah,
this
I
year.
think it was one of the best ones, but not so Slim Shady, not making the team. That's the way I have it here. But yeah, I definitely will never forget that. Eminem is obviously one of my favorite rappers. I love 8 Mile. I've seen it a million times. So
I
I
love
felt
I
like I was in that. I feel like I was in that room singing it with him. I was
yeah,
putting my hands up. I was going.
I love this feature with Rihanna. Uh
Yeah.
that was one of my favorite songs.
Okay. All right. Yeah, getting into the linebackers. I have Sherwood, C.J. Mosley, Quincy Williams, Zaire Barnes, and then I think there's a matchup between either Chaz Surratt or Nick Vigil.
Mm. You keeping 5 or 4?
I gotta count. I don't know. I have a fourth grade, not only reading level but math level as well.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have them keeping 5.
All
I
right.
think that Surratt has a better chance over Nick Vigil, but with his injury, I don't know if that's gonna make a difference or not.
I think it's going to be Zaire Barnes, Sherwood, Mosley, Quincy. That's 4. And I think PETA. I think PETA
Oh,
is
okay.
going to make the team. I can't see Vigil. I could see PETA. If PETA just balls out, then Surratt's gone. If
Okay.
PETA doesn't ball out, Surratt gets reinstated, and I think he's on the team. But I think PETA has shown that he deserves to be on this team. The last 2 games, I mean, he was great. So we'll see
Yeah.
what happens. See what happens. But he does play edge a lot, and he plays linebacker. So maybe they might put him at edge and maybe consider him an edge, right? So I
Yeah.
don't know. But as of right now, I think Barnes and Surratt and PETA are going to be up for those backups.
Okay. Fair enough. Getting into the cornerbacks, I had them keeping 1, 2, 3, 4 cornerback. Five. I'm sorry, I have 5 cornerbacks. So I have them keeping Sauce, DJ Reed, Michael Carter, Brandon Eccles, and Justin Hardy.
Ooh. Okay.
You do
Um,
agree?
I like it, but I love Moreland a lot. Jimmy Moreland. I like what he's done.
I do too.
Hardy reminds me of the Corey Davis situation with this contract, right? So that's the only reason I would say maybe Hardy's gone. But Hardy is a Pro Bowler. He is very good on special teams. He hasn't really played cornerback that much, but maybe Jimmy Moreland
Team
gets
captain
practice
too.
spot, and he's a captain. So I think that's one of the reasons why he stays too.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with
Yeah.
that.
No, no. I see. I think Eccles is interesting because of his suspension and everything.
He's played
But
good though. He's played good though.
yeah, he has. It's only a 1 game suspension, so I don't think it's really going to make that big of a difference right now.
I agree.
So getting into the safeties, I think that Ashton Davis is making the team. Jordan Whitehead,
Whoa. Okay.
yeah, because he plays special teams, and Robert Sala shouted him out. I think Robert Sala really does like Ashton Davis,
Yeah.
and he has had a good training camp this year. He's produced in preseason. He's really made a case for himself.
All right. Go on. Go on.
Adrian Amos and Tony Adams is who I have.
I think it's Whitehead, Amos, Adams, and Trey Dean.
Yeah, you think Trey Dean makes it over Ashton Davis?
They both are balling out. I mean, Trey Dean has balled out more than Ashton, but they're both neck and neck. I think it's going to come down to Salah, and I think Salah is going to. Yeah, I think Salah's going to go with Ashton. I mean, I want him off this team so bad, but I get it. It's like Bryce Hall, right? I don't see Bryce Hall making this team, so
Nope.
it's because you got 5 corners. So yeah, yeah, I don't know, man. Stinks.
What a yeah, I mean it's gonna be a toss up, but so yeah, then I have them going Greg Zerline, Morstead, and Hennessy.
Very good, very good. Who do you think?
That's
Who do you think that one more, and then we'll go to Jets drive and takeaways. What do you think is going to be our starting punt and kick returner?
I think it's gonna be a
Ooh.
I think it's gonna be Mecole Hardman. But now with Ashton Davis, now with Corey Davis gone, I don't know if you necessarily want him to be taking those extra snaps, because he is really fast and he is a pivotal point in this wide receiving room. But I do think it's going to be him. I think that Izzy has a chance of doing it if he wants to and if he's healthy. And then Gibson, if Gibson does make the team, I think it's going to be between Gibson really and Miko Hardman if Gibson makes the team. If not, I think it's going to be Miko Hardman and Izzy. What do you think?
I agree 100%. I'm with you on that 100%. All right. So